Hey, thanks for sticking with us. Gogulan, Des, and Arvind here to take a look at Matchweek 36. Just 3 rounds to go in the EPL. And we're going to start with the first game, which comes up Wednesday, 3:15 a.m. kickoff. Don't you love it with school starting this week? I'm just having a moan. Don't worry about me. But Chelsea against Norwich, Gogulan. Chelsea... well, someone is on for a hiding when they face Chelsea because they've been hurt recently, and you fear for Norwich in this game, don't you?
Well, I mean, Chelsea's home form is something to talk about. They will show up, and after what happened on the weekend, was it the weekend? Yeah, you got to fear for Norwich, and Norwich has given up the ghost. They're on the beach already. They're prepared for the championship. They've been prepared for the championship since Project Restart, so. It's all Chelsea, this one.
Should Daniel Farke continue the Norwich project, Des, do you reckon? Has he done enough? Has he shown enough?
Absolutely, he should continue the project. And this is actually a banana skin for Chelsea because Norwich, they will have had the sword of Damocles hanging over them for the last 3-4 weeks since the restart. Now they know their fate. They've got nothing to lose. They might go out and enjoy themselves so long as they can learn how to defend at the central defensive area. They may well have a chance to upset Chelsea because I don't know what's going on at Chelsea. I just don't get the mentality. So this will either be a hammering for Chelsea over Norwich or Norwich goes again upset.
That's as close to a big shout from Des on a Monday as you're going to get.
Put your money on it.
Put your house on it. Burnley versus Wolves, Arvind. It's a Thursday, 1 a.m. kickoff. Both teams are fighting for the Europa League. And the winner of this, well, it's going to eliminate the other team, isn't it?
It is definitely going to. I mean, in terms of both the teams, we've talked about how well both of them have done this season. So it would be a real nice icing on the cake at the end of it if one of them secures that Europa League spot. Burnley probably would feel that at home they should be able to eke this out. But Wolves have come into a little bit of good form. They've got good fixtures for the remaining couple more at the end of the season. So I feel that Wolves will probably eke this out because quality-wise, the players that Wolves has and the style that they play, just like how Des would feel about Burnley, they should be able to overcome them on the day.
Okay, 3 games actually kicking off Thursday, 1 a.m. Man City are playing Bournemouth as well. Depending on what kind of mood they're in, Gogs, if they're banned from Europe, they might be ripe for
exactly.
Yeah. And Bournemouth, we know, well, Bournemouth have got some sort of momentum after scoring 4 against Leicester at the weekend. It's do or die for Bournemouth. And with City, well, a lot depends on how they are mentally, right?
Yeah, again, they will have this siege mentality and all that, regardless of what happens. And City at home, you could bet your house on it, especially at this time of the season. And regarding what's going to happen later today, I think City are odds on, and I'm glad Bournemouth are playing City right now. But especially after the weekend, did we speak about City for the weekend? We didn't do it.
Yeah.
Especially after their performance. Yeah, especially after the performance over the weekend, and they've got a home game coming up against Bournemouth. You can put your money on that one. Am I not right, Des?
I think so. It's whether it's going to be 5 or 7. That's the only real question I think on this.
Interestingly, I wonder what the odds are going to be for Dominic Solanke to score 2 games in a row after not scoring for pretty much the entire season.
For 700 odd days or something.
There you go. But now, Man City on the day, they can rotate. They can rotate any amount of players on the day itself at home. Pep, regardless of what the decision is tonight from CAS, regardless of it, Pep demands that perfection. He will not let up, and Bournemouth have got no chance on this one.
All right.
And he's got the Champions League. He's aiming for the Champions League, Guardiola.
Yep.
Newcastle versus Spurs is also Thursday, 1 a.m. kickoff. Des, I asked Gogs this earlier. He didn't give me an answer. Jose Mourinho is the 3rd highest paid manager in the world. Discuss.
Well, he's won everything. What was the latest one? He's won 8 major derbies, and a great stat came back saying, well, Bob Paisley only won 1, so Bob Paisley must be rubbish. So is he worth it? I don't know. He's made a very attack-minded Spurs very defensively defensively boring. And that's not worth a lot of money to me. But then again, Steve Bruce does that for a living.
Hey, no, sorry,
So-
I didn't answer your question. Sorry, I didn't answer your question also, Ross. But because sorry, Des, finish.
No, it's so. Is he worth it? We'll find out if he stays another year. If he's able to get the better out of Spurs in 1 year, you've got to allow any manager at least 24 months with the club to begin to make any kind of a decision, because then that becomes his team. But he's made decisions which I don't understand so far, and the results have gone against him. Although it went for him at the weekend.
The game has passed him by, Ross. Modern football has passed Jose Mourinho by. You only need to look at his last couple of months, his last year at Man United, where from the time that we used to rebel of how well he did with Porto and how well he did with Inter. I think the Real Madrid job, pretty much destroyed him a little bit. But since then, he's not been pulling up trees. And you ask yourself the question: that outlay that Spurs has given him, is it worth it? No, not for me. The game has passed him by. Modern football has passed Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. I think the money that he's commanding now is all based on marketing and hype that he has gone. And the turning point was the Real Madrid game. The Real Madrid gig was he was there just to spoil Barcelona. He was pissed off he never got the Barcelona job, and his only job was to get into Barcelona's skin at Real Madrid. And he went about it the wrong way, rubbing the players the wrong way. And after that, like Arvind said,
and we never saw this. We never saw this with Jose Mourinho in Porto. We never saw him in Chelsea. We never saw him in Inter. He would defend his team. Whatever happens in the dressing room happens in the dressing room. Since then, since Madrid, since coming back to Chelsea and Man United, now at Spurs, he comes out and literally slashes his players in public. And you never saw that from Jose Mourinho. So I feel that he's not been able to command the new age type footballers. And again, modern football has passed Jose Mourinho. So I won't be surprised his tenure at Spurs ends and he doesn't give them that trophy that they've been needing to get for so many years since 2008 right now.
Okay, Newcastle versus Spurs is a Thursday 1 a.m. kickoff. Aston Villa are away in Liverpool, facing the blue side of Liverpool. Gogs. If ever there was a must-win game, well, you must win three, right?
We've got 3 cup finals. We've got 3 cup finals coming up, and Everton now will be wounded, obviously, after the hiding they got. So yeah, but it's all in our hands, and we've got no excuse. If you can't win 3 games on a trot, you no business being in the Premiership, like I've said.
Will Jack
I
Grealish
honestly
be
think
there next season?
Definitely not. Grealish, McGinn, I'm not sure is going to be there.
Okay, the standout tie of Matchweek 36 is Arsenal against Liverpool. Arsenal are a fragile little side, but you can kind of see what Mikel Arteta's trying to do. They've got exciting young players. Liverpool, well, as Des mentioned, they are champions in automatic mode at the moment. So, Des, how is this game going to pan out? Are we going to see like a 4-4 draw? Are we going to see Gunners? What's going to happen here?
Well, Liverpool don't do 4-4 draws anymore, and that's the reason they became champions. They tightened up significantly with Van Dijk and Alisson coming in. So they don't do those kind of games. They're capable of scoring
Newcastle days.
Yeah, exactly. At every time Liverpool are capable of scoring goals. I do think it's now down to individual motivations. If you've won the league, you've done the job, and no matter how much you want to push, your inspiration isn't there. But I'd hope that Liverpool are good enough to actually pick this one up. It'd be nice to get 100 points, but it's not the end of the world if you don't.
Yeah, it's a pity though. I think that would have been really something for them to remember. And they've got to win all 3 of the remaining games. They've got Arsenal, they've got Chelsea again as well to play. Yeah. So yeah, it's not going to be the easiest. But I feel it's a missed opportunity. They would have. I mean, it's been a great season for whatever it is. No one's going to take anything away from them. But to have surpassed that 100-point mark that Guardiola had set would have been something. So a little bit of a missed opportunity, but still 3 more games to go. Let's see how they go.
All right, Arsenal-Liverpool is a Thursday 3:15 a.m. kickoff. A quick word about Leicester City then, Arvind. Yeah, I mean, have their challenge for a Champions League spot, do you reckon it's fading? Do you reckon it's gone? Do you reckon it's still alive? Yeah. What's happening there?
Oh, definitely fading. Out of all the top 4 teams, they are the team with the least form on them right now. And it's surprisingly, it's come at a time when there's been a lot of discussions with Brendan Rodgers potentially having a contract extension, better terms. Somehow they've their eyes no longer on the ball on this, and they've got grave concerns because over the weekend they've dropped points. Chelsea have dropped points. If Man United win their game in hand tonight, that puts some serious pressure. Obviously, everyone is counting and hoping the fifth spot still goes into the Champions League based on what happens with the City court hearing. But Leicester have somehow just, since the restart, they've looked like the team that's come back the least prepared out of all things, defensively and attacking wise as well. So really, really big concerns on how they're going to do for the remainder of the 3 games.
All right.
You should be happy. You should be happy, Ross. Third looks a distinct possibility for United right now.
Okay. Elsewhere, you've got then Crystal Palace against Man United. Can't preview 2 United games for you. Southampton against Brighton. It's a Friday 3:15 a.m. kickoff. And then you've got West Ham against Watford Saturday morning, 3 a.m. That one kicks off. That's your match week 36. We're done with the guys. So many thanks, Gogulan.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm still in the Premiership.
Top table boy for now. Thank you, Des Corkill.
Always a pleasure, Ross. Always. Malaysian football, we're still waiting final comeback dates for our season. Look out for the press for them. We're expecting some decisions this week.
Have a great week, Arvind Sidhu.
Take care, everyone. Hopefully the 16-year wait ends very soon. We'll all know in the next week and a half.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great week. Spot you next Monday. Bye-bye.